This is the Jing tutorial for the Out of Bounds project. What I'm going to start with is how to make, I guess we can call those the Polaroids. For that, try to get rid of this real quick. These Polaroids right here. And then what you're going to do, it's kind of similar to the keyhole project where you're making things come out of it or appear that they're inside of it, or somehow they're created. Some example projects I've seen in the past are if you had two of the Polaroids and you had, let's say like a dirt bike would be in the middle of them, and in the one Polaroid on the right you'd have the jump where he went off, and then he'd be outside of it, and then he'd be coming back down the other one. I've seen like a wedding scene where the bride is throwing the bouquet and the flowers are kind of coming out of the bundle of flowers are coming out of the keyhole, and then the people are waiting to catch it over there. Then here's my example too, a little more abstract. So what I'll do is show you how to make this keyhole here. The first thing you want to, or not the keyhole, the Polaroid. First thing you want to do is make a new layer, so each Polaroid is on its own layer right here. And what I'm going to do is take my rectangle marquee tool, make it however big I want to, and then if we remember, Shift adds on to the shape if you ever wanted to do that, and Alt takes away when you make a shape. So I'm going to hold Alt, and you see the little minus sign that pops up. And then I'm going to just create that inside part of the Polaroid. And now since I have that, I'm going to fill it with whatever color it's going to be. Since my background's white, I'll just fill it with a kind of an off-white or a gray so I can see it. And then I'll use the paint bucket to fill it in. Something that you can do that gives it a little edge is to put a bevel and emboss on that picture frame. Then you can kind of adjust your size and soften to make it look like it's got a little 3D effect to it. I don't want that. But then instead of making another one, you can just do Control J and have one or two. So maybe I would have this picture here that I'm going to paste in. I would have probably work better with the landscape canvas, but maybe I could have him throwing in this one and then a receiver catching it in that one. Maybe I'd have one where the football is kind of in the middle. But what I would have to do is cut out Aaron first and then pick the part that's going to be coming out of the portrait there. This one in front. So it's up to you to kind of pick what scene you want and how many portraits you want. I would say at least 2 portraits at the minimum, and then obviously when you have your pictures cut out and they're interacting with each other, you would put a final picture in the background. That tool I just showed you to make the portraits with the rectangle marquee tool, that can also be helpful for at the end of a project. If you ever wanted to make a border, you go around the outside just normal and then hold Alt and then just put if you're going to do a black, kind of gives it a cool effect at the end there.